Good evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it is for you. Today we have a lesson. It is going to be Semana Santa based. Of course, we have no idea what that is, but we will learn about it. So we're going to start with Trabajo de Campana. If we've known in previous lessons, campana means bell. Trabajo means work. So bell work in Spanish is trabajo de campana. Um, so on this slide, we have three questions. ¿Cómo se dice Happy Easter en español? ¿Cómo se dice Semana Santa en inglés? ¿Qué es la importancia de Semana Santa? ¿Y por qué? These are three bell work questions that I would like for you all to practice or to answer while before you get into the lesson. So please write these answers down. And if you will, I'm going to take you to the Google Classroom to where you're able to see where to post those answers. I recommend that you write them down on a piece of paper and then go answer them at the end of the presentation. Or if you find that it's easier to pause the video and answer these and post them and then go back to their presentation, then you're able to do so. If we look here, it will be, if we go, okay, here we go. It says right here, virtual lesson, lesson 2 Semana Santa. It is bell ringer, como se dice, right here. You hit view question, and then you're able to answer that question. Okay. And you're able to, so that is worth 10 points. And it says, please place your answers for the bell work assignment here. Please comment on one of your peers' posts about information pertaining to this lesson. So make sure you do that. Okay, so go ahead and pause this video and answer these questions on a piece of paper. And like I said, if you'd like to go ahead and answer those questions now on the Google Classroom, you're able to do so. If not, you can answer at a later time. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the second. So these are my memes of the day. We have Niña usó las huellas digitales de su dormida madre para comprar juguetes de Pokémon. Y Vin Diesel says, esa es mi chica. So the girl uses the digital fingerprint of her sleeping mother to buy Pokemon games. And Vin Diesel says, that's my girl. And then we have the top, the guy says Ebola. And he says, isn't that grandma in Spanish? I had a friend that used to say Ebola. It made me think of this meme. So I thought it was great to kind of include it. And the last to the right side, mi doctor me dijo que comiera más pescado. And it says, my doctor told me that I should eat more fish. And it's a piece of steak with fins and a tail to a mistake here for a fish. So that was good. Okay, so ¿qué es Semana Santa? So at this moment, please pause or please, I'm going to stop here for a second. I'm not going to play the video. I'll ask that you play the video on your own time. But well, actually, matter of fact, let's see if we can play it. Oh. I'll ask that you go watch these videos on your own. I will post the links to the videos and the instructions once I post this presentation to Google Classroom. Okay. This will give you some information about Semana Santa and some vocabulary words. So before we get into the lesson, I want to note that we have here, as you can see, cofradías, which are religious brotherhoods of fraternities that wear hoods and drapery. This is a religious outfit that has been worn, and it is a religious, sacred view for the people of Spain during Semana Santa and other Spanish-speaking countries. So in this case, this is a ritual tradition that has been a part of the culture for more over 500 years. So before you relate this to any bad things that have occurred in the United States, this has nothing to do with any hate group in the United States. This is a religious outfit for the Spaniard people. And like I said, this has been a part of the culture for over 500 years. So I just wanted to make that clear. So Semana Santa es a Holy Week in Spain, is the annual tribute of the Passion of Jesus Christ celebrated by Catholic religious brotherhoods. Spanish, in this case, is cofradía, brotherhood, and fraternities that perform penance processions on the streets of almost every Spanish city and town during the last week of Lent, the week immediately before Easter. Depending on what denomination, Lent can be up to 45 to 48 days before Easter. And this is very important to know because this will also be a part of the game later, the breakout activity we will be doing. But in this case, Semana Santa is usually 1 week before, or the week before Easter, or the week before Semana Santa. Semana Santa is during Holy Week, the week leading up to Easter Sunday, carved images and sculptures which spend the rest of the year housed in basilicas and churches are adorned with candles, flowers, and are richly embroidered shawls. A capataz. As you see here, the man here is wearing a blazer, and he is at the front of the sculpture. And then, so he is the capataz, which is the leader. In the next slide, we will see a picture of a image where we could see the capataz a little bit more. But he is the leader. He is the one in charge of the sculpture. He's the one leading the sculpture. Let me see. I'll have to come back to that one. Remember capataz, and we will be able to, I'll be able to show you a picture. So cofradía, as we had said in the previous ones, are brotherhoods and fraternities. These are vocabulario de Semana Santa. Please make sure that you write these down because this will be a part of the game, the activity that we have in the future that we will be playing on a individual game. So the cofradía is the brotherhoods or the fraternities, and as you see them here, they're all with hoods and their drapery that is very sacred to the church in Spain. Capucha are the actual hoods themselves. So these are what they will place over their heads. Again, these are very sacred and very religious for them to be to wear. Paso is the actual sculpture itself. So as you see here, you see the men carrying the paso, and then there are so many different men. Here you can't see the costalero, or perdón, sorry, you can't see the capataz here because there are men that are outside of out from underneath the cover that covers the that covers the men from seeing where they're going. So in this case, they're able to guide themselves. Usually, it's the front, the people in the very front that are leading and making sure that they are leading correctly. So we have Nazareno. The Nazareno is the actual person themselves. Here, as we see in the Cofradia, which is the brotherhood, Nazareno is the person itself, um, and they are called Nazarenos as the group. Cofradia is the actual group themselves as a brotherhood. A costalero are the people here that, as you see, are carrying the paso, and you're able to see them. They're called costaleros in a plural form, but as one person is a costalero. So Semana Santa is, as it's celebrated today, was born in the 16th century. It was the idea of the Catholic Church as a way of experiencing the story of the Passion of Christ to non-religious folk. This saita is best known for its mournful power during Holy Week in Spain. The song is performed during while moving slowly through the streets and cities and towns in southern Spain. The link to this video will be in the instructions as well. I would like if you would listen to around a minute, and you can kind of jot down some thoughts and what you think about the song. It is very useful that that you are that you are knowledgeable about the type of music that they usually play when they're walking the paso or the structure down the streets, and the costaleros are carrying it. So this is the sacrament of penance or penitencia. This is another vocabulary word. The sacrament of penance or confession was given to us by Christ to help us reconcile with Christ and his church when we have committed harm. Through this sacrament, we acknowledge our sins, express our sorrow in a meaningful way, receive the forgiveness of Christ and his church, make reparation for what we have done, and resolve to do better in the future. This is read, this is this little excerpt is in the perspective of a Catholic believer, in their own testament of what sacrament of penance is, or penitencia. In this, their go-to in the church, the sacrament of penance, and to confess the sins they have committed to a priest, a noble person of the church, within the church, and are then they're able to confess that sin, and when they confess that sin, they're expressing their sorrow, and the priest or the noble person allows them to be forgiven, and then the priest then goes and speaks and prays for that person as they've asked for forgiveness. This is very, very important in the religion, and it also influences the culture, because this is something that is widely known in the Spanish culture. So días durante la semana. What this is just a quick question, and let's hope I'm crossing my fingers, and I'm okay with guesses. Domingo de Ramos. Okay, we know what Domingo is because we know our days of the week, but what is Ramos? What is the Sunday before Easter? Pause and I'll let you guess for a second. It is Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday is April the 10th, Domingo de Ramos, Lunes Santos, Holy Monday, Martes Santos, Holy Tuesday, so on and so forth until we get to the 16th, Sábado Santos, Holy Saturday, or Sábado de Gloria, glory of the Saturday, Domingo de Pascua, o Domingo de Resurrección. And then Sunday, we have Lunes de Pascua, festivo solo en algunas comunidades. Oh, excuse me. So then we have those Domingo de Pascua or Domingo de Resurrección, which is Easter Sunday or Resurrection Sunday. And then we have Lunes de Pascua, which is Easter Monday. But it is also a festive holiday that they do in some communities in Spain, just depending on what region of Spain you're in. Algo interesante, something interesting. Born in Spain, these right here, mantilla or veil, a veil, worn in Spain since the 16th century, the mantilla or veil is worn over the head and shoulders and is viewed as a symbol of reverence to God's will. Down here, we will see las torrijillas, a famous dish that is soaked in milk or wine, dipped in egg, and covered with spices, honey, or sugar. Could you imagine eating something that is soaked in milk or wine, dipped in egg, covered with spice, honey, or sugar? That is interesting. So let's remember these vocabulary words because they're important for our assignment in a couple minutes. The mantilla y las torrijillas. Okay. La mantilla, las torrijillas. So this is the first video that I'd asked for you all to watch. This is about bread making in Guatemala. If you'll please watch these videos, I will post the link on the Google Classroom once I post this video. And so if you'll please watch this one and in the next video as well. Let's see if it will go to the next slide. If you'll watch this video as well, as it is Semana Santa in Colombia, and I would like for you to tell me see the differences between the two, and see how they may differ, how it was in the first video in Sevilla that you had seen. So at this moment, if you'll please pause the video, view these two videos, write down 3 to 4 facts that you find interesting. And once you write those 3 to 4 facts down in our Google Classroom, we will see here that we have an area to turn in right here. It says, after watching the videos of the bread making in Guatemala and Semana Santa in Colombia, please list 3 to 4 facts combined that you find interesting while watching. This would also be a great way to show some differences and comparisons that you notice from the video from Sevilla. And then in the instructions, it's complete the assignment after watching the videos on Guatemala and Colombia. Please comment on at least one of your peers' posts as a way to continue communication on Semana Santa. So you're able to do that there. So please do that. And let's back up just a little bit. I kind of skipped over this one. There's a question here that's going to be asked, and I would like for all of you to answer. And this is just to help you kind of practice with these words as we get into the assignment. It says, ¿qué significa estas palabras de vocabulario? Capataz, cofradía, capucha, paso, nazareno, costalero. And it says the instructions are, please answer these vocabulary words after learning the vocabulary words during the presentation. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So please pause the video now, and then you're able to watch these two videos and write down 3 to 4 facts and any comparisons or similarities that you have seen from the first video. Okay, perfect. Please pause the video now, and then once you're completed that activity, please come back to the video. Perfect. So now we have the breakout assignment. I hope you all are excited. This is an exciting game, and I can't wait for y'all to play. So we're going to go back to our Google Classroom here, and we're going to click on the tab that says Breakout Game. Let's make sure that we read the instructions first. It says the first link to the breakout game. It is an online version. Please skip the answer sheet and proceed accordingly to the second link. The second link is where you'll place your answers. If you answer correctly, you'll be able to proceed to the next round. If not, it will notify you. As you continue through the game, it will submit your work, so no worries, you'll receive credit. So if we click this first link, we're able to see La Semana Santa breakout room. Please read the instructions as you continue. This is the first, this right here is the answer sheet that I told you not to worry about because you will be answering in the online version. So now we're going to go back to our Google Classroom and click the second link. Okay. So then it puts team members. So please put your name. In this case, I'm going to put Señor Castillo. Okay. And then it's going to ask me for lock 2, your answer. Okay. So we're going to go here back. Let's see. So now it says lock 1. Oh, okay, perfect. So as you see here, we have lock 1. Use the code breaker to define the Semana Santa vocabulary. A dish made of bread soaked in milk or wine, dipped in egg and covered with spices, honey, or sugar. So then we're going to correlate the symbols with the words that we get over here. Okay. This lock will aid us as a vocabulary sheet as we continue on. So the first one, as we see, is a ladybug. So let's look over here. We see a ladybug is L, a fence is A bunny rabbit is S. So the first word is las, and this word is going to be tortillas. Okay. So this is going to be a vocabulary sheet. So we're not going to pull lock 1 answers on the Google Forms. Okay. So if we go down, we're going to go ahead and skip to the second part. So this is starting the second lock. So we're going to read this right here, and then we're going to go answer the sheets. We're going to answer the sheets. Answer the questions. It says answer the questions, use a stamped letter at the end of each correct answer choice in order to discover the term for the cone-shaped headdress worn during Holy Week processions. Okay, so I'm going to do this first one as an example. Holy Week is a part of what celebration? Let's do Easter, correct? The answer is Easter, so that means that the first one is going to be C. The first answer is going to be C as in cap, so that means that's going to go here. Then once we get that word, we're able to go back here and we're able to put the word here in lock number 2. So say that I put a cap. Say that I think that's the word. Oh no, it's wrong. Cap is not the word. So now I need to go back, make sure that I answered the questions correctly. If I did answer them correctly, then you'll get that corresponding letter at the end of the choice here at the bottom. So make sure you do that and you continue on. As you continue, you will get codes for each lock. If you do not make it past lock number 2, you're not able to put code for the lock number 3 until you pass the code number 2. Okay. So again, please make sure that you submit your answers on here onto the lock number 2, lock number 3, lock number 4, and lock number 5. I will receive your submission as you submit them as they submit themselves on the Google Forms. So please make sure you do that. And then I will post those links to those videos underneath this video when I post it to the Google Classroom. If you have any questions or any issues, please message me on that end, okay? So go ahead and pause it now and make sure that you complete that assignment. It should take you roughly 15-20 minutes. And it is a very fun, exciting activity. If you have any questions or any concerns on that, please email me or post in the question underneath and I'll be able to answer it. Go ahead and pause the video. Perfect. So congratulations, you made it out of the game. You broke out of the class. You broke out of the breakout room. As a part of this exit slip, this is the last assignment you have for this class. It's the exit slip. It's ¿cuál es el significado de Semana Santa? ¿Por qué es necesario? Y then, ¿qué fue lo que más te gustó de esta lección? So if you'll please answer these 3 questions on a piece of paper if you'd like. And then I ask that after you finish, you go back to the Google Classroom and you scroll down just a little bit to our virtual lesson number 2 and you click Bell Releaser. And then it says, please place your answers for the Bell Releaser assignment here. Please comment on one of your peers' posts about information pertaining to the lesson. So if you'll do that here, and then yes, that will be the final assignment that we have. And that will be all that I ask of you at this time. If you have any questions or any concerns about any information that has been presented and you would like to follow up, please send me an email or reach out to me on Google Classroom and I will be glad to help. I hope you enjoyed this assignment as much as I have. I will post the links to the videos below. And if you have any questions, please let me know. But please make sure that you turn these assignments so you're able to receive credit for those. For the breakout session, as you completed the breakout session and submitted those answers, I'm able to see your submissions. So no worries there. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and I hope you've enjoyed this presentation, this assignment. Hasta luego, que tengan buen día. Adiós.